I have avoided editing this video for months now. Every day, finding new and increasingly strange ways of distracting myself from sitting down to piece together this footage. Until finally, I made time to journal about why and what I might be avoiding. And what I found was a feeling of profound disconnect between my current reality and this past version of myself that no longer exists. So much has changed over the last few months that I hardly know where to begin. So I'm just gonna start here and we'll see where it goes. This is the story of somebody that I used to know. This is me, 7 months younger than I am today. I think if you had told this version of me where I am right now, she would have a lot of questions. Like how, why, what? And to be honest, I wouldn't really know what to tell her. Because how did I get here? What has changed besides everything? And why do I feel so incredibly disconnected from this only slightly younger version of myself? Storm today.
I can go to bed when I want, I can get up when I want, I can do what I want, I can travel where I want. Oh, I love it.
It is super windy outside today. I've just been forcing myself to edit and do a lot of computer work after taking a lot of time off, but I'm like going super stir crazy. I have friends in the area that have been going climbing every day. People are going biking every day. Lots of cool people that I would love to hang out with, but I've been choosing adventure and my personal life over my work life since June. It's now mid-November. I mean, at some point I gotta just like get to work. I've never been the type to cut corners or neglect my work. If anything, I tend to do the opposite. But with one caveat. If the work begins to feel misaligned in some way, or I fail to see its purpose, I disengage. I move on and I rarely look back. Call it a superpower or maybe even a curse. Either way, it's the strength behind every difficult change I've ever made. Even the changes I never really wanted to make. The ones that some like to call running away. But here's the thing. When life no longer feels right, my intuition starts kicking at me day after day. It will push me further and further into such comical discomfort that I have no choice but to make a change. And this is how I've been feeling about my work, which is really scary because this is my dream career. Getting paid to be outdoors and create full time, this is not something I want to let go. And so for a while, I fought it. I drafted pages and pages of new concepts to film and ideas of things I was excited to create. I did more and experienced more than ever before. And I didn't film hardly any of it because that feeling of disconnect only continued to grow.
Woo. Still got an hour left. Hour of sunlight. Gonna get out and ride.
And finally, I just had to let go. And shift my focus to something else entirely.
Crazy story.
We are gonna go out on the river. It's storming. Seems to be a theme. Whenever we hang out, it's just like thunderstorming.
Yeah, a little lettuce in there, tomato. Should go there for dinner tonight.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this thing.
Favorite.
Just have to say that is the cutest camper I have seen in my entire life.
It's his.
I'm sure you get that a lot.
He built it.
What the heck?
Oh, thank you. I just want to point out how gangster Christian's looking right now. Yeah. Peace. I know. Nice.
I have mud on my shoulder. I don't know how that happened. Pretty sure it's on my face too. Whew. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. I should probably brush my hair. Oh, this is probably way too loud. How long have I been parked out here? I don't even know. I'm starting to feel like it's time to move on, even though it's perfect. Like the weather's perfect. I get internet out here. There's always cool people camped. We've got a Sprinter driving by right now. It's quiet. The views are beautiful. I guess I do have to drive 30 minutes each way to take a shower. It's been like 5 days since my last shower, but it's only $6 in town to take a shower, fill water,
and then I get groceries, dump my trash, all that. So yeah, I'm a fan. I've been kind of struggling to get back into work. I intentionally took this summer off, so half of June, all of July, all of August. That was intentional, but then it kind of bled over into September and October, and a lot of times I am either in full-on social, personal life mode or full-on isolation work mode, and that's just how I work creatively. It's really difficult for me to really dive into creative work and get anywhere if I have constant distractions throughout the day. Like I literally need about 72 hours to get into creative flow, to look at all of the different video clips and listen to music and just kind of like think and marinate on what I want to say. And maybe somewhere around like the 36-hour mark, it'll click and I'll be like, okay, I see what I want to create. And then it's just like, go, 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 go. And if I get interrupted at any point during that process, if someone says, hey, do you want to go on a bike ride? Or, hey, let's make dinner. And I leave that project and I come back to it a day later or even just hours later, I'll have a new idea. Anytime I go out into the world and have a new experience, even if it's just like a new dish of food or driving down a new road, new ideas start to formulate and a whole new sequence will start to form, and I fall in love with that idea, and so I end up scrapping the old one. And it's just this constant cycle of starting a project, abandoning it midway because I'm like, oh, I need balance in my life. I need to go like do something outdoors. I need to hang out with friends. And then I come back to my project and I'm like, I hate it. I got to start over. The last video that I posted had 20 different iterations. You know, like completely different ideas, completely different sequence of events. The one that you saw is just the one where I finally was like, no, I'm not leaving my computer until I export this video and I'm done. And that's the only reason why. That's the version of that video that you saw.
It's 2 a.m. I'm having a coffee. Not a great time for coffee. However, I have been working tirelessly on this video, sponsored video. I can't seem to edit fast enough. And I'm constantly at war with myself, my creative self, and the part of me that needs to fulfill all these brand requirements. And it would be great if I didn't have to take brand sponsorships, but that's actually the bulk of my income. So anyway, I just want to share a little dose of reality. It's 2 a.m. Last night I slept for 4 hours. 4. Tomorrow's a jam-packed day, like jam-packed. I can't even talk about it. I'm just gonna drink my coffee. It's like I'm either working full on mode and I have no social interaction and no space for my personal life, or I'm full on like, let's do everything, let's hang out, let's get it all in, because I'm soon gonna go into hibernation mode. Having a home base would help a lot, because then you have your office and you can work, and then you can leave and go like to the gym or go grocery shopping or grab coffee with a friend without having to drive, say, 4 hours to go meet them, pack up your whole house, pack up your whole office, and then you're in a new location, and the thought process is, well, now I'm only an hour from this beautiful place, so maybe I'll just go there instead. And then that turns into a whole new adventure. And then filming whatever you were filming before, it's like you have to find a way to string everything together. I guess if my approach were to vlog my life and basically just give you an all access pass to here's what I'm doing now, here's what I think about this, and now we're going here, now we're going there, that would work. And a lot of people do that and they do it really, really well. I want to be authentic and as real as possible, but at the same time, this is my life and I like to reserve parts of my life for myself and my friends and just the people that I know in real life. I might take out my camera to film like 2 days out of the month where I'm actually talking to the camera and I'm being vulnerable and sharing parts of my life. But the other parts, I'm filming B-roll. Like I'll always have my camera with me for the most part because I get really excited to film landscapes and the clouds and beautiful places and just nature. But when it comes to inserting my life into the content, I definitely have some boundaries. And it's kind of interesting just trying to strike a balance between being a van lifer, where a lot of people want to see the not so pretty sides of road life, versus just showing how beautiful nature can be. A lot of times I'm just filming these gorgeous places and not filming,
the thought processes behind them. I'm not really talking to the camera or filming day-to-day vloggy stuff. So when I sit down to edit and I just look at this collection of beautiful videos, I think, what is the purpose of all of this? Does it extend beyond me just enjoying my time here? And maybe not, and maybe that's okay. I think when I stopped asking myself those questions, it just became very natural on like what the next steps were. Because you just follow your passion, you just follow what you're excited to do. And that has never led me astray. I find that I get stuck or stagnant if I try to force something, This YouTube channel, for example, if I tried to force growth, if I tried to force getting content out more often or creating content that I think will perform well, if I focus more on thumbnails or calls to action or just all those strategy things, I would completely fall out of love with making videos. And I know that about myself. And I think that same thing was happening with road life, where I was over strategizing what the next best move would be, like pros and cons and the financial breakdown of buying a home, buying land and building, renting an apartment, shipping my van overseas internationally, renting Airbnbs overseas internationally, buying a 4x4 or a new rig, or staying in the van. Like all these things I was considering, and they all have pros and cons. Like there is no obvious choice because they are all attractive in their own way. So I was just kind of going round and round in circles, and depending on the mood I was in or depending on the situation I was facing, I'd be like, oh, I need to go do this thing. I need to go do that thing. Life would be so much better if I did this. And in reality, it was like, I needed to quit ruminating and quit trying to force myself to make a decision and just be in this experience right now for all that it is and all that it isn't. And just trust that when I feel excited about something new, I will know it. And then I should move forward. And that's exactly what happened. And I'm not having any expectations in the sense that like, I'm not saying, okay, this is it. This is my next step. I know it's going to be successful. It's like, no, I am excited to try this next thing and we'll see where it goes. And I can always come back to what I'm doing now. So, the road's always going to be there for you. I am in Moab, Utah, and I've just met up with Timmy, and he's going to help me replace my Max air fan because it's just been squeaking really bad.
There you go.
Oh, it's broken.
Yep. It's already broken.
Oh, God.
That's pretty much all you need is like that.
Just pass this
Yeah.
over to you.
It's really cool.
Hanging out with Tim this fall was inspiring in a lot of
Hand this
ways.
down to you out there.
Yeah.
It's a little brisk. Trim ring. Now you get to put your trim ring back in.
Knock it off, bitch. Good night, Chris.
Nice try.
If you follow his channel, you know he built his truck camper himself, as well as his home in Alaska. So the key broke off in the toolbox, so he's got to drill it out.
There's no other way.
There's no other way.
All my stuff's inside.
And just seeing how he balances having a home and a YouTube channel while also still prioritizing both adventure and his love for the road made me feel like the life I envisioned for myself is actually possible.
Yay.
There you go.
There goes.
Great success.
Yeah, great success.
What's on the menu tonight?
Beans, pork, tomatoes, high fructose corn syrup. Just kidding. Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's all in here. So good. Put that out pretty quick. Start to go towards
about as big as your van, is like heading towards the entire rest of the festival. So we have like a couple of our extinguishers there.
I will always love the road. For nearly 7 years, it has been my home. But there's a price to pay for continuously saying no to yourself and the things you feel inspired to try. Over time, you become less bold. Complacency starts to take hold, and it becomes more and more difficult to venture beyond the so-called comfort zone. It's weird to admit that my own comfort zone extends to chaos, thanks in part to the roller coaster of highs and lows that is the road. But there are only so many times you can go up and round before you've really just got to take a break.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
That's You're good company too, Cody.
And there are only so many times you can really be okay with saying goodbye. Because these are the kind of people and places you don't want to leave. No matter what freedom means to you, whether you live on the road or not, at its root, freedom is being able to choose how and where you spend your time, and who you spend it with. And even though none of us can guarantee tomorrow, at least so far, we still have today.
And then our cult begins.
The last roll.
I guess you could say I've entered a phase where I'm less willing to gamble with my time. I'm doing what I want, when I want, and how I want. Even when it doesn't make sense. There are so many rigs here. What a crew. And as I'm sitting here now editing this video, it feels like I'm sorting through the memories of somebody that I used to know. Because as of today, and for the last couple of months, I am no longer living full-time on the road.
What's the name of your coffee shop?
I think it's like Climbing Jim's Coffee Co. or something. We haven't decided yet.
Something I will begin to unpack in future videos.
Thank you.
Don't worry, I still have the van, and I plan on filming even more now, just in some new and hopefully more sustainable ways. So I'm pretty stoked, actually, to start sharing more with you all.
This is the best coffee shop ever. It comes with cute dogs.
Including something that I've been slowly but surely making more time for.
Going back to my thoughts on work and how I've taken a step back these past 2 months, I want to share what has inspired me to re-enter the creative space. I recently bought myself this full-size guitar and I've been learning so much. And learning to play music has helped me access my creativity on a more interactive level, one that doesn't involve a computer, which I love, but also just making time to listen to music. So often a single song or simple lyric can spark inspiration. If you're a creator, you know the impact music can have on your work. There's nothing worse than hearing a song you love and building an entire vision around it only to have to use some generic royalty-free track in the final edit. It's super frustrating, and as viewers, most of us can sense that disconnect as well. And this is why I choose MusicBed, because the tracks you'll find there are ones that inspire emotion and invite connection. Songs you're actually gonna love. Switch to MusicBed today and start creating content that truly connects. You can sign up for your free 14-day trial using my link listed down below. Thanks again to MusicBed for sponsoring this video. And thank you so much to all of you. If any of you showed up to watch this video, I know it's been 4 whole months and it means so much to me. I have a lot to edit and share with you guys, and I'm working on putting all that together. But until then, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all in the next one.